Hey, it's Eric. I'm making a game. This game, I'm going to show it to you in a second, but I gotta see what the heck is up with my air server, which is the little link between my two computers that allows me to broadcast. So let me just see what is up with that. Oh, here, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. It just took a little while. And come on, come on, come on. Do what I want you to do. Are you up? Yes, you're up. Okay. Let's demo. Let's demo. It's a 3D puzzle solving adventure game. I hope you like it. Alright, so I went through another playtesting session with the build I gave to my playtesters on Sunday, and they came back with feedback, and I'm actually making some fixes to correct for previous feedback. And this one, yeah, it's almost done. I see a couple more things I'm going to demo in just a second. Yeah, I like to start the stream with a demo, but I'm like so close to being done with this thing. I'm just gonna fix a few things. I had to redo the decorations, and whenever I do that, there's a little bit of a touch up to do afterwards. These edges around the floors are procedurally generated, and what I find is that there's a few hiccups in my procedure that I coded, and I just got to correct for them by hand. So one of them is that it looks for stairs, and then it says if there's stairs, we're not going to decorate this square if we're right adjacent to squares. It prevents some kind of visual problems from happening, but anyways, I just fixed it. So back to demo. This is the level that I updated in response to feedback. Alright, is that using the full amount of screen? Okay, here we go. Alright, so I've shown this level before. I'll quickly get to the part that's new. For those of you not familiar with this game or haven't watched me very much, I'll explain one thing. Each level has an easy solution and a hard solution. This is the easy challenge or solution. I'm spelling the word ooh. That closes this bridge up above, and it allows me to reach the level exit. I could exit the level right now, but I'm not gonna, because I also see the second of the two challenges, which is harder, getting this present. So here I can't really get to it because it's up a little bit high. With the previous levels I've played, I know that there's probably some other way to get to it. So I'll come up here to this unexplored area. Never mind that for now. Okay, so the changes, I took out this area of the level here. There used to be 4 of these brown squares up top, which are like trapdoors, kind of. And I removed it, so there's only 3. And then I moved one of the block pads for the end block over here. The reason that I did all these things is because it was possible to get the level into an unsolvable state if the end block was over here and you destroyed it. Let me show you. T, see, here's a block pad right here. What that means is when I destroy this T block, it's going to go to that block pad. But in this level, there are 2 end block pads. There's one up here, which is meant to just be for these blocks up here, which control a gate elsewhere in the level. And there's one over here. and they compete with each other to see where the block is going to go when it's destroyed. If it's closer, it'll go to this one. So I had to make it so that if you move the end block over here, it's always going to go over to this block pad. So that meant I had to swap the position of these two. The other error that came up was it's possible to knock. It was possible to knock these blocks out of their position. They're meant to be here, kind of like a light switch, and not be movable to any place else. Here's how the light switch works, or the held switch. You disrupt one of the blocks. That means that it will no longer spell held. And the 3 letter gates that have the word held on them will open up. Now underneath the hood, the engine actually looks throughout the level for anything where there's a gate or a block that has the word on it that matches the words that you're spelling out with the blocks. So it's not like there's an explicit link between them. It's just like a nature, like a general rule or principle of this universe that we're inside of. Okay, so then the solution to this, it's a little tricky. You have to arrange these blocks up top so that when they fall through the held gates, or the held bridges, I should say, they will drop down to useful places. And it used to be pretty easy to get the word not over here over in this corner. It's no longer because of the way I rearrange things. But there is a solution, and it does rely on you understanding a property of the game elements that might not be obvious. Now, I could drop N and T down from this top left or northwest corner of the held bridge, but that actually won't drop into a useful place. And like with some exploration, you would see that down below. You can push through the rails without being able to travel through them. The rails are obstacles, but you're still able to push through them. And that's the trick, or one of them. The other one that will allow you to do it, there's another solution. You can put N, T down here in the southwest corner, drop it down, but then you have to rely on a different, maybe not quite known behavior, which is that you can spell 2 words together in a line. So normally I would not want to rely on the player integrating that information together, but since it's the bonus puzzle that you use to get the present, I don't mind it being a little bit hard, because later on in levels I can put these concepts in easier to understand places of pushing through the rails or spelling 2 words together, and then they can backtrack, the player can, to this level to solve the bonus puzzle later. So here, I'll do the whole solution all together. Okay, so the blocks drop down. So I'll go down and see how they're set up. I've got N and T in a good spot. And so I'll move some O's to fill in the words. I didn't explain enough here for somebody who's a brand new player to understand everything. I don't know. I don't want to spend too long on this. I don't think it's worth it. And I've done demos of this level where I explained the logic a little bit better. So I don't want to rehash that. Yeah, so I did make this puzzle harder. ironically, I was trying to make it easier. I thought move away one of those 3 squares up top, and then it'll focus the player on solutions that are known to work. But then when I moved the 2 block pads around, it actually made it a fair amount harder. This is a pretty advanced puzzle. It's in the first 10% of the game. But again, since it's a bonus puzzle, I don't mind. Now I am noticing the key repeat. It's repeating. It's repeating kind of weirdly after the fling. So I added this new thing where the key automatically repeats. But I think there's something where I need to kind of reset it after the fling. Let me just write that down so I don't forget. I'm not going to use this session for that. It's sort of my scratch pad here. Let me organize this a little bit. What did this go to? Oh, yeah, this is okay. Let's back up to the top. I need to bug key repeat after fling needs to be it needs a key up first before it resets. I just don't want to have any kind of key repeat after a fling. It's not appropriate. Okay. So anyways, let's get back to solving this little puzzle. So the thing that all that accomplished, the reason of spelling those words, is so that this series of 4 bridges, to go or not, would be closed, and that allows me to walk over this path, which allows me to drop down on top of the present and solve the bonus. Okay. Is this the next one I wanted to fix? I think it is. Yeah, okay, so I'll explain the thing here, since I'm going to fix this one too. It'll be a much faster fix. Well, you didn't see all the time I spent fixing the last one, but it's a pretty simple fix. Okay, so the player, they're on ice, and ice limits where you can go. Because whenever you step onto a square of ice, you keep traveling until there's no ice, or until you run into something that stops you. So the trick is this little passageway over here. Here, let me get a better view of it. This passageway here goes to the exit. This red thing that goes up, that's the exit. But because the ice is right in front of it, say you go to walk up to the exit like you normally would to step through it, or the gateway to the exit, then you go flying by. So anyways, the key to this puzzle is arranging blocks so that you can get inside of that exit. And there's a fairly involved solution, which has you putting blocks up against this. And I think the difficulty of that particular solution, it's a little much. What I would like to do is create an alternative solution that's a little bit easier. It's a lot easier, actually. I think it's as simple as placing one block here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to try it out. Actually, I have to load that scene. It's called a Slippy Chamber. It occurs to me that I also should start keeping track of changes I make to levels, because I'll have to tell the playtesters this one changed. Okay, so the first one was what comes before average basement. Average basement. Top floor is a different solution and should prevent problems. Map found about making unsolvable state. Okay. Okay. Then Slippy Chamber. Alternative solution to exit puzzle. It's much easier. Okay, let's go to Slippy Chamber. Or let's see, I'm calling it ice plus blocks here. Yeah, save. So here's a weird problem in my life right now, and I'm thinking of like level design solutions for it, because that's how my brain is. Okay, so the problem is this: porch thieves, okay, and aggressive ones, and ones that are like damaging intentionally our surveillance equipment to protect against them. Ones that are trying to maybe case our house a little bit. Banging on the door at 5 a.m. and playing little games, stuff like that. So it's on my mind. It's like a little bit nerve-wracking. Like it gives me 15% extra stress each day. Just, you know, every time there's a motion sensing thing when they walk by a door or something. I'm like, is that a delivery person? Is that a neighbor walking by? So we've got this little lane that goes between all three of our units. The problem to solve is allow access to the people that need to be there, disallow access to other people. I'm thinking of these kind of complex solutions like fences that time lock between the hours of 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Fences that lock when we press a button, so that if there's some jerk that happens to walk in that area during the daytime, we can just kind of close them in and come down and get pictures of them, call the police and stuff like that. Yeah, it like keeps on overlapping in my head while I'm actually designing levels. I might design a level that's based on this problem one of these days. Okay, let me fix this though. So I think this is pretty easy. got the wrong thing. Okay. The other issue I've got, I made a rule and I'm not following it, and I need to follow it because I want credibility and trust with the player. I want them to feel like certain conventions will be honored, and it'll free them to not have to worry about stupid things and do tedious things. So right here, it's possible from up above to drop down on top of this little bit right here. So my rule is that if there are there's wall on top, then you cannot get to that square. Otherwise, there should be floor on top, and that automatically implies you could get there. So different ways I could handle this. One, I raise it up pretty high, like all the way up here, see, and make it a floor. I think in any case, I make this a floor. So let's start with that. Let's remove the wall decorator and add floor decorator. Okay. So you'd be able to, let me find the range where you'd actually be able to drop down. The only thing is I just don't want it to be a distraction, because the player who's solving this puzzle, they should not need to think about this floor over here. It just kind of adds to distraction. So if there's some way I can hide it from them, that's really preferable. Let me think. Okay, so other things I could do. I could put a rail divider, but aesthetically I don't like that idea. And also I don't want to change the puzzle too much. If I add, I mean, I really tested this pretty well. So I want to be a little bit careful. Okay, one other thought I had. Could I put some walls around this so that it's not super obvious that there's floor? I don't think that works. So I'll have to make some kind of exit, and whatever that exit is, that'll be more distracting than seeing floor on top. So let's just make it floor and call it good. I also think the height that it's at is pretty nice, because it lets you see the other chamber a little bit, doesn't obscure too much, so I'll leave that as it is. Let's make this floor, and this guy, I think I'll just delete it and make a new one, less likely to cause trouble. fact, maybe the best way to fill this in is just to make sure I get it exactly the same though. There we go. Okay, so it's just, it comes in like this. Okay. Just to make sure I get it exactly how it was, what we do is just make another one on top. How high did I make this? Looks like 3. Okay. Also, I found in playtesting that the purple light actually is a really nice, subtle way to draw attention to things. I don't want to use it so consistently that every single time somebody sees a purple light that they just rush over to it, assuming that's a good place to go. But it seems like it's actually a nice little nudge, that purple light. Except for people that are colorblind, then I don't know what they're gonna do. They'll have less clues, maybe. We can hope their other senses will be so much better attuned that they'll just have other advantages that help them out. I am actually sensitive to the idea that, like, someone with color blindness, or there's another name for it. It's not. What is that name? I am sensitive to the idea that people that have difficulty perceiving different shades of color would not do well with the game, or non-English speaking people. That's the other one. Name for color blindness. It's called something else. Color vision deficiency, which is a much better term because it expresses what's really going on. People that we've been calling colorblind, they don't see like a grayscale version of the world. There's more than one form of color vision deficiency. There's a couple that are pretty common, unusually common. They tend to do more with being able to see the difference between red and green or other limited sets of colors. But I suppose there are some people that are properly colorblind where you can't see colors at all. But most of the people that are affected that we've been calling colorblind, they have less restriction on the colors they can see. They just do have some color restrictions. Anyways, I'm still not above the use of color to help give hints. I'm not requiring it though. It's not something that you have to have to good color recognition to solve the game. Same with English. So I've got text all over the place. Let me fix this. Got text all over the place, but the logic behind it is they don't have to be letters. They could be symbols. And I'm thinking of having an alternate character set, which is just symbols, as a different way to play the game. All right, well, let's fix it. Well, it cleared that at least. think I gotta do a full decoration. Okay, so let's pre-process the level, test out the solution, the new one. Actually, I'm anxious to get onto a new level. I don't think I can finish the whole one tonight. I could get pretty close. So if I can hurry up and fix this, I want to get onto the new level, basically. Let's see if this new solution works. Just eyeballing it a little bit. The new solution does not work because there's no way to get over there and push the E. And it's not in the right spot. I'm gonna come back to this. Okay, so let us. What happens? Did I already save it once? It'd be cool if I didn't, because then I'll just open a different scene. Don't save that. Let's go to first dice. Don't save. Don't save. Okay, then we'll go back to blocks plus ice. Or ice plus blocks. Okay. Okay, just put that back. That's fine. Alright, let me come back to this. I want to do a new level. So that means I have to also remove my little, or make a note that I haven't actually done this. Okay, so I will save a copy of this. This one, I'm going to take another stab at Plundyton's idea. He's a stream regular who comes on and chats, and he gave me an idea. I go, that's good. He goes, really? I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'll call it Plundy 1. And I was initially not willing to take the idea forward because it was a little too much. The first way I envisioned it, it was a little too much like the first block level that we'd done, or the first ice level. And now I just, in the last hour, thought of a way to do it differently where it wouldn't be so similar. So let's just delete all of this. I like these. I should use those more. Okay, get rid of the decorations. Okay. Yeah, I'm almost sad to delete these. I like them. Okay. got new elements introduced from the previous level that I can use. I had the elements in the engine all the time, but as I was creating levels, I had to limit myself in which game elements I put into the levels. And I've now finally introduced deaths and the ability to die, the reincarnation behavior of the egg, and spikes. So I can add those in with what I'm doing. Alright, so let me just drop some floor down. Okay. Yeah. So because I have spikes and death, hey Mateo, I can use that to kind of automate the reset that I need for the blocks that come up out of holes. So the concept is that there'll be holes. You can put blocks in them, stack them up, and if you stack them up high enough, I'm making a level. You can make things that block your flinging or sliding on the ice. I think I don't even need ice for this necessarily. It's still kind of tricky though. Always a new puzzle. I've got maybe 139 more puzzles to write. Twice as many if you think like each level will have 2 puzzles. How are things with you? Getting philosophical. I think life might be more like a Flappy Bird. Stupid things you do over and over again. Maybe the puzzle is how not to be doing the stupid things over and over again. So I'm starting this out with a bunch of floor spaces, and I'm making them individual blocks because that makes it easier for me to put a hole in the floor in some place I might need it. Oh yeah? That's cool. What's the app you're using? Refinement. Maybe that's the word. I don't know what you intended. Duolingo. I've heard of that. I've never used it. Perfecting, yeah. Hey, Kilted. So Kilted, this session, quite a bit different than the weekend session. I'm just making levels. No coding. I'll go back to that shader thing on the weekend, I think. Yeah, it's going pretty well. I sent out a new build to my playtesters on Sunday, and it had new levels in it. And today I watched videos of them playing through it, and it was fun. I'm getting a nice response from the playtesters. They're kind of like finding excuses to go back and play things again and wishing there was more levels. Which is good. Let me think though. Alright, so if I've got a hole, yeah, 2 a.m. for you, maybe what, like 9 p.m. for Mateo. So right now, Mateo, the build is not public. I have a limited set of playtesters that are I'm giving the build out to. 11 p.m. Yeah, cool. So at some point, I'll release something, but I don't want to make a public release because I also have to work out a business deal with a publisher, perhaps. And if I make any releases, it can kind of jeopardize that plan, or it can reduce the options I have with publishers if I make public releases. So I'm not doing anything yet until I'm ready on that. But the builds that I do have going out are going to playtesters privately. Okay, so suppose that there is a hole here. It's got a block pad down at the bottom. The thing that's making this hard for me, Plundyton's idea is I gotta make a way for the player not to get into I do have a server in Discord. I just haven't figured out I don't know. I feel like I don't have the time to do it. Because it's like another thing I have to sort of arrange or participate in. But I may use one at some point. I actually have the server. I'm just not arranging for people to be there. Yeah, that seems potentially quite useful. I wouldn't mind setting something up at some point where, on the stream I can have audio from people that are also on the tuning in or something. Yeah, I mean, I even looked at them as a means of distribution, which is something they started getting into. Yeah, it's just like whatever the thing is that you say, like you say, okay, what about Steam community? Okay, yeah, we could set up Steam community. What about you know a Zoom, or what about a Discord, or what about like all these things? They take a little bit of time to kind of not just set them up and make them exist, but to say, hey, everybody, come on to this thing. Come on over here. Come over here. We're gonna all be right here at 5 p.m. or whatever, you know. Or if you have enough people and they just kind of like they handle it themselves, and you don't need to rally around it, that's another situation. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know it's kind of a big deal. I just, I don't know. I got enough things to manage right now. It would just be. It feels like right now it would just be another draw on my time. And my main thing at this point has got to be working on the game, not like building community or anything like that. Later on, that could change. Yeah, totally not against it. I think it seems worthwhile in a lot of ways, and I'll probably do something with it in the future. Okay, so if I've got gotta think about this for a little bit hard. Okay. So I can make the blocks drop down. The player can drop down too. Oh. Okay, another way I can do it. I can put rails around the hole so the player cannot drop down into it. That would make it a little bit easier. Then when the blocks get killed, they go down on the pads, they come up. Maybe I don't even need holes. It could be like block pad here. And around it. Rails. Yeah, AI stuff's kind of hard. I used to make AI for Texas Hold'em, and I balanced it, and it was beating me. And I got real happy because like it was smart enough to beat me. And I found out that I didn't make like a smart AI, I just made an AI that was good at beating me. All the weights for its decisions were right for me, but then like I adjusted my play strategy because I knew what it was doing, and then it would not be good AI anymore. Other players would play it wasn't good AI. So yeah. Yeah, there's that too. Yeah, it's tricky. Easy to fool yourself too, thinking you got like, oh, I got it. It's working great now. Okay. I don't know what GOAP is. Okay, so if I have goal-oriented action planning, okay. So you could do something like that. Do I got these mixed around? I think I got that one mixed around. Let's fix that. Okay, so which way is north? North. Okay, that's north. Okay, so you want rail south. Yeah. West. No, this one should be west. Yep, and this one's east. Okay. So I can have those. Problem I get is that as soon as the blocks go inside of here, there's no other place they'll be able to go. So it's not a good mechanism to use for creating a puzzle that you can play through without worrying about restarting, which is a goal I have. Okay, so that probably won't work. I think I could try. Okay, I get it. I know how I'm gonna do it. Okay, first I need to make like a kind of like a maze on top. So let's get rid of all these floors. And the maze will be up a little bit high, not real high. You'll have access to the lower level, and that's where you move all the blocks around. So first I make the maze on top with a few spots that I know I'm going to need blocks to be up higher so that they'll allow influence to how the player flanks. Make it start of this maze here. I would consider doing something where the player can't see the character from above. Well, how would they see the character? Oh, you mean they just, like the player would have to kind of walk into something that's like the equivalent of fog, and their actions are kind of invisible? Well, I can obscure the player. It's just a question, does that give me something in the game? Like normally, like, you want to see the thing you're controlling most of the time, but it might be interesting. I think it feels like maybe half of an idea, you know? Like what is the fun part of the exercise? I'm not being critical. I mean, I am being critical, but not in a nice way, you know? Like, let's test the idea, let's develop it. Let's keep pushing on it. That way. That's how I mean it. There might be something there. I mean, I did something slightly like that in the very first level, where I put the camera way up above the player, and they can kind of mess around with the keys, and there's a little speck on the ground that moves around. Maybe. So I'm exploring one idea with it, which is that the top part of the maze by itself is not solvable, but on the lower part of the maze you can raise up columns of blocks so that they allow it to be solvable. Alright, so in order for there to be some kind of challenge, I need a gap for you to get across. And it needs to be a failure if you fling past it. So when you come over here, you gotta fling. You get to this, but there's nothing to catch you on the other side unless you build up blocks to catch. Dang it, I keep hitting caps lock. Okay. Okay, so there's one way you can go. And then that. starting over here. Let's move her down there. Maybe not everything has this obvious sort of gap that you cross, so I'll make something else off this way. The egg is where you are born when you die. Some people will call it a spawn point, but I hate the word spawn. It just bugs me. It's hard to explain. I made an egg. It's kind of it's like a kind of an encapsulation of reproductivity. That's why it's an egg. It's like, oh, you're born out of an egg, of course. Oh, I love that book, but I've probably forgotten the reference. What's the reference? Sure. Yeah, no, that was a great book. I went through a stage where I read like every Heinlein I could get my hands on. I'd go into bookstores and, this is like pre-Kindle and everything, and say, oh, that's a Heinlein book I haven't read. I will buy it. I was kind of like that. And now I've forgotten most of his stuff. But I always thought he was really entertaining. He's got sort of a kind of cheerfulness to him that I appreciate. A very, very constructive way of writing things. He wrote this book on political activism, which I kept a copy of. It's called something like Take Back America or something, cliched like that, but it's got like this sort of kind of nuts and bolts practical advice for running political campaigns, but like in the 50s, so it's got all this stuff in it which hasn't aged well, except that now it's historical. So he'll talk about like mimeograph machines, and he'll talk about like make sure you use women in your campaigns too. They're amazing. You ought to really see if you can get some women to help you out. It's like corny stuff like that. It's like he's actually trying to be like to move the bar in his own time, but it sounds like outrageously stupid and sexist now. But at the time he wrote it, it was probably somewhat progressive. anyways, it's a charming book. I'm glad I held on to it. All right, so let me start thinking. What's the path here? Let's have one block pad over here to catch you on. Yeah, Asimov and Arthur C. Clarke, good stuff. Like a mini series version of Childhood Ends. Do you remember Childhood's End? It has like the best twist. But I like if you can't remember it, or yeah. I don't want to spoil it for anybody. Like, even if Mateo's on it, he might read it someday. I don't want to mess him up. It's like so good. But the aliens come, and they don't want to show themselves. They do not want to show themselves. And then you're thinking, as you're reading the book, well, they should, because they need the humans to trust them. The aliens come in there and they're saying, like, we're going to do all these things for you humans. Yeah, exactly. And you're just thinking, like, how bad can it be? How bad can it be? And he comes up with the thing. Arthur C. Clarke comes up with the thing that, yeah, it would be so bad that it probably is a good idea for the aliens not to show themselves. It shocked me the first time, and the second time, first time I read in the book. Second time, I was watching the miniseries with my wife, and I was just like the whole time, like, oh, I can't wait. Because I was like just watching her more than the TV show at that point. It is a bit of a puzzle. What could be so bad that it's actually in the aliens' best interest not to reveal themselves? All right, let me see. We can do an X there. You need to have more than one option. It can't be so straightforward that it's very clear, like, where you would put the blocks to get things to work. I can do another one here. Okay. And I know another thing I can do. It would be a little bit new too. New technique anyways. I can make it so you have to get to multiple places in the maze so that you can knock down these formations that keep one door closed. One there. All right, so the rest Well, there's a lot. There's a lot here actually still left to do. Okay, but if I do have the door opening puzzle on it, I need to make sure those blocks don't allow you to land there too. So let me see. What's my door gonna be called? Let's do a short 2-letter word. I just no. N-O. So then we'll do oh. There'll be some overall door you want to get to that says no on it. You'll have to disrupt all 4 of these formations to get it to open. Whichever one's closest. There's a few other rules though. So it has to match the same letter as on the block. And then it'll go for checking nearest anything on the same height as it first, and then it will count squares to reach after that. All right, so I can drop some blocks down here. That's right. That's exactly right, and that's used in a few puzzles. Here it'll be used a lot, I think. So a thing that might be nice is if I just say you only have 3 X blocks as period. That's it. That's all you got. So the simplicity to that. Then I just have to make it so that you manipulate them to get to the right place. How did I come up with the idea? Or, you know, I think I was inspired by a few games that I saw. One that's not very good. It's not a very good game, but I liked the use of words in it. It's called Typo Man. It's got some flaws to it. Another one is Baba Is You, which is actually a good puzzle game. Numerical sequences, yeah. That works with this too. Like I could change these to be numbers. So I can say like yeah, I can do 3. It's a 3. Then I just have to. I mean, they're just symbols. I was toying with the idea of making an alternate character set that is just symbols. Yeah, like triangles and stars and stuff. Yeah, no, that sounds cool. I'm not saying it would be it's exactly the same as your idea or anything like that. There's a game if you're into kind of the ideas behind chemistry, it's actually really good. God, what's it called? Zachtronics is the publisher. Got it on Steam. I'm gonna look at my Steam library really quick. Not Infinite Factory, which I accidentally started up, and I hope it doesn't ruin my broadcast. Dang it. You can't see it, but on the screen that my broadcasting goes from, there's a game that just started. Okay, there we go. What is that called? Zachtronics Games. Chem something. Space Chem. I think that's it. Yeah, Space Chem. And you create these machines, automated machines that combine chemicals together. Actually, a really good game. But anyways, it not necessarily has anything to do with the idea that you were going for. It gets pretty crazy. I think it got too complicated for me after a bit, but there was a good 10 hours or so where I was seriously enjoying myself. And I do not feel bad about the game getting too hard for me after a bit. I still got my money's worth. Alright, so then this is where I'll have the no door. Although it feels like a little anticlimactic to have it down there. Let's raise it up a bit. Ah, I hate that. Then we'll just get some steps going. we got stairs. 1 times 3. Let's try that one. There we go. Alright, so let me just see how playable this is. If I just drop some blocks in there, it probably will not be playable at all. Just want to get an idea of just right out of the gate, like what I'm looking at. So I'll put maybe that would be an X. Get another block pad over there. So we just get 3 X's. That's all we get. All right, let's just try it. Oh, I forgot to unpack everything. Let's fix all that. There we go. Okay, I do need to make it so I can get back up top. All right. I need to put some blocks or some obstacles to just flinging over in a trivial way and disrupting. Oh, that's how I can get back up. I might, as a courtesy, add some stairs over here too. On the other hand, it's not bad to just make the player think Oh, what about if I come up here? Oh. Yeah, I forgot to pull the floor all the way over. Yeah. So the reason it's lost forever is because there's no block pad for it. So if a block dies and there's no block pad but the same letter, it won't be reborn. All right, let me start fixing a few things. Though I could be a little nicer about it. I could just make 2 block pads, and then as you destroy blocks, they end up there kind of neatly. So maybe I'll do that. Thanks. Yeah, have a good rest of your night. Well, actually, it doesn't sound like there's going to be much. 3 a.m., maybe watch a little TV, fall asleep, something like that. Alright, see you later, Ninja. I just thought of something good. Plundy, I'm making your level. I'm making it right now. I'm making your level. You think I'm joking, but the name of this level says right here, Plundy 1. Plundy 1 is right there. Yeah, this is implementation of your idea that blocks, when they raise up high enough, they would kind of block the path. Although you were saying before, like holes, push them into holes and they get up high enough. And then I tweaked it a little bit, but yeah. or maybe it's not your level, but it's like inspired by you, and therefore I'm gonna name it Plundy 1. Okay, so I need to make these not so easy to get to. So for that, like, just put a rail there. Thank you. You get 0 revenue. You get nothing, buddy. If you want to take your idea back, I'll delete the level. I'll do something else. Yeah, the rail is, I don't know, it looks a little, just get a little wall there instead. Yeah, you could be like, I've got an idea. It's a good idea. It's very good. I won't tell you anything about it unless you pay me. I'd be like, well, give me some reason about why this idea is that good. Like, tell me a little bit. And you're like, no, you gotta pay me. You gotta pay me to find out what the idea is. That's how it works. Be like, okay, I'll give you $5. $5,000. Like, that's too much, Plundy. That's too much. You gotta tell me something about the idea. It just went up to $5 million. Oh no. Okay, so that's a trivial way to get to there. I blocked that. So now you gotta bring the X over there. What other trivial things are there? Well, this guy, oops. Actually, it's real simple. I just go to each one of these guys and look for the thing on the orthogonal that could allow you to get there. Okay. I'll try this in a second, see how playable it is. Yeah. No, I love that. That's a good part for me. That's definitely so. Embarrassing thing is it when I'm all alone, nobody's watching, I just want to feel good. I open up the restore screen and I go up and down through my levels. Maybe you've seen the screen. It has a certain sound effect. And I just look at them. Oh, look at them all. Look at them all. There they are. I'm not bragging to anybody else. It's just me. It's like a little thing that makes me happy. It's kind of like if I had a pile of money or something and I wanted to roll around in it, So I get pretty dorky like that. And by the time this is over, I'll have that feeling times 100, 1,000. Feels great to release a game. Let's save that. Alright, let's see if this is playable. That's one of the reasons why I was saying, yeah, do the WebGL thing, because then like you get your game out there and people can see it, and even if it's a small game, if it's web, people will still play it. It's hard to get people to download an executable and put it in the system and play it, unless you're like, I don't know, it's just a lot more work. Okay, so I can get back up top if I want. Stupid preprocessor, why is it not picking it up? Oh, there's an error. I gotta do more unpacking. All right. Okay. Let me see if I can get to 1. Alright, that's one bridge. Okay. Yes, that would... Oh, that didn't actually disrupt, but I could pretty easily disrupt. There we go. There we go. Let's see. Get the X someplace else. Where else? So I can get over to one of these other NO formations. Here. Oops. I hate it when that happens. A little tricky to get it over there. Let me see. Can I get it? this guy here is a little close. Alright, let me try on the other side. This one just needs the X over there. Dang it. Okay. So I think one thing is I want to probably bring this over a little bit. You know what? I should be able to do this just by moving the block pads. If they're close together, it makes it harder to get them where you want to go. So let me just move one of these around to somewhere else. Yeah, so if I get like one here, then that means if I knock against this wall, I can destroy it and it'll go over there. I feel like also this would benefit from different strata, so let's do that. All right, try that. Do this one first. That's not bad. Alright, so that's one. Let's see if I can do another one. Oh, that'd be hard. Whenever it's in a corner like that, it's impossible to get it out. Except for that top one, but that one, the other two are not going to be able to go. Okay, so as a general principle there, if I've got a block pad in the corner, that's going to be the final resting place of the block. So I want to be careful about that. See if I got any other corners. Those are corners, but they're corners on purpose. No corner there. Cool. Alright. The other thing I was going to do is make little spikies for the NOs to die on. Yeah, I think I can do that. Okay. Let's get the spikes out. Spike south. Kind of like moving this out away from it. Same for this. Okay, so I'm going to put these spikes here so that the N's and the O's just end up going to those. You know, I don't have to do that though. I could let these be in play. Alright, I'll take the spikes back out. Alright, I'm going to try this again. Okay, let me try going east first. That's not too hard. go west. Oh. Oh, that's not good. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't try knocking here first. Ah, there we go. Okay, I can do that one. Oops. Then the last one. I like this little challenge here. That's not perfectly intuitive, but you can think through it. It's not that hard. The other thing I'd like to do is get some kind of a lightning bolt or something that shows after the block lands what block pad is closest to us. You can just see. Okay. Oh, I've got one more left. I made 4 of them. Okay. This is good though, because it helped me check that I won't get stuck with the blocks. Okay, where am I going for this one? I think it's going to be right here. Dang it. Let me go the other way. It's not bad. It's got a nice quality in that there's a lot of work to do. It takes a little bit of thinking. But it's not a brain breaker. It's a proper puzzle. It's not too hard. It's very kind, but it makes you feel smart. It makes you feel like you know things. Okay, so I got the puzzle. Now it's just little refinements and polishing up. Also, I need to have my bonus puzzle. I think I got it. The trick would be destroying 2 O's, but not 3. Maybe 2 N's. If I move the N over just a little bit and move this wall in, then I get like this kind of straight across over the top of everything, fling right into this guy. That would be a pretty awesome secret passage. Okay, let me do that. Like that. Just pull in a little bit. There we go. But there's this other path over here that could be used to get to it. Compared to the other ones, it is pretty small. Yeah, I think that change wasn't that good, actually. So let's just undo. On this side, what can I do? So I guess I could if I move this over here. Bring it up. Okay, then you need to make a straight shot over to this chamber. Okay. So I'm making the bonus puzzle now. Let's see. Let's throw in another wall. I'll have to redo a pretty large section here. Oh no, I'm lucky. This is where I chose to create a new section. Okay, cool. That lets me open this up a little bit. Okay. say inside of here is where we will find the bonus. It's kind of fun to make a bit of a winding passage to it though, so I think I'm going to do that. The nice thing about the flinging in this game is it just doesn't take long to go down these crazy passages, and it's kind of fun. So let's go ahead and make it there, and we'll end with some steps. So inside of Unity there's snapping, and you can set that snap to be whatever you want it to be, but like if I set it to 1 meter and all of my assets are all kind of 1 meter sized, then they pop on the grid real nice. I had to do something else though, because Unity snapping isn't that great. I wrote my own code that when you place an object for the first time, it snaps automatically. And it kind of irritated me that it was necessary. Put a little nice little room up here, kind of like one of those side balconies that Abraham Lincoln got killed in, one of those. I'll show it to you. It's ridiculous. I would say I'm proud of it, but I'm also embarrassed by it. So there's an event inside of Unity for the hierarchy changing, meaning this stuff over here in the hierarchy, something changed in it. And whenever that event fires in the editor, I look at every single game object and apply some criteria so I don't do some things that are kind of stupid, and then I snap it. And that's it, basically. But it's a fair amount of code. It's irritating to me that I have to do it. Unity should just work that way, or have an option to work that way, in my opinion. But you know me and my rants. I rant at the drop of a hat. Ranting is a waste of time. I will say that the benefits I've gotten out of ranting, not that many. I usually don't feel better after the rant. I usually do not feel better. And most of the time when I'm ranting, there's something that a smarter person who is more focused on results instead of being angry about stuff would have picked up on and just moved on and have a better results, you know. That's why I don't mind ranting a little bit, but I try to keep it in check. And there's some people that are very entertaining ranters, and they're not that good of a thinker too. That's the other thing. Or maybe their thoughts are not directed as much to solving things and creating things as might benefit them. That's fine if they want to be like an entertainer or something, talk show host or podcast host or something like that. Alright, let's raise it up. Raise it up. Get it up there. We're going to take it higher. Let's go higher. Go higher? Alright. Alright, if you say so. And we'll just put the bonus right here. Present. Present goes. Yeah. Come on. Where you at? Oh, I wonder. Nah. Alright, Plundy, I'll catch you later. No, it's too late. I'm getting a gun. Yeah. Gun hangout. Just started. It's your idea. This is the part of the level design where I don't have that much thinking to do. It's kind of nice. I was really racking my brain at the beginning, but now it's just all clarity. I don't mind this stage of level design at all. I like all stages of it, but this one is a pretty nice time. Gotta make my big door over there at some point. But let's start with this. Yeah, it's just a tiny bit cold in there. I think it's time for me to turn the thermostat up. And let's get the exterior wall around the bonus path. the exit area. It's fun to make it a little bit grandiose. Got all this 3D space to use, and just to have everything cooped up inside of the functional area it needs. It's just not right. Starting in with more Irish accent. It's just not right. Fuck you. It's not a good Irish accent. It's not a good American accent. It's just this weird going up at the end accent. How am I supposed to make a level without using this accent? What country does this accent come from? It's a country full of idiots. Drop the exit. And okay, do I want to do let's have a GoPro along the outside, I think. This one's going up 4. So let's make it pretty. Let's make I got 2x2 stairs? Yeah, I do. Alright, let's do 2x2. First going this way. Turn the corner, go up 2 more. Oh wait, that looks like it has to go up even 1 more. Okay, I can do that. Although I got a 4x2, maybe I just raise this platform up 1, that'd be easier. Let's do 4x2. Up 1. Up 1. I feel like this should come in even further. Sometimes the irregularities are what makes it good. To not have everything lined up perfectly and to sort of try to make some aesthetic sense out of the irregularities. Okay, so there's something there. So in this case, this will go back a little bit further than the rest. I think it'll look good. 7:39. Oh, maybe I could go till 9 and finish this. I really want to finish this. It does feel like a bit of a race now. Okay, let's get all over here. I got this thing about being able to make one level in a weeknight. I can do hard things on the weekend, and on the weeknights I can get a whole level done, which isn't as hard as doing like a tiling shader, but it's something. It's some pretty good progress. Okay, let's grow that. Hope I didn't make anything Z-fight. Alright, then we need the big no door. No. 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 This is where we say no. Okay, letter gate. I think it's south. Yep. O N. Okay. Okay, looks like a pretty good door. Alright. Should I test this to make sure it's still playable, or should I keep cosmeticizing it? Let's try it. Oh, I gotta unpack my new stuff. Let me see what this looks like. Yeah, that's a no door. It's a pretty obvious way to go if you can get there. There's no quick way to get there. So let's see. Alright, I'm gonna try to do these in different orders just to make sure that I can do them all. So let's start by taking this one to the northeast corner first. Oh, it doesn't actually help me. How did I get this out before? Oh, I went south and then east. I think let's get this one next. Oops. Now I should be able to get into this passage here. Ooh, do I have to make a way back to this platform in order to arrive there? So let's do that. Ooh, maybe it's 3, not 2. Is that what I did? Okay, if that's the case, let me go get... let me check that. So far away... Could also be... It looks like 2 to me. And that looks like 2. And that looks like a clear shot. And I kind of wonder if there's a height issue right there. Like it didn't get the height map right. That is 2. Okay. There's some kind of issue with that. Let me keep testing and make sure that I can open up the no door. It's weird. There's like an extra little beat before it popped open. Alright. Let's go check that out. Make sure that's... Oh, height map stuff. Okay. It might be something like... I don't know. There's some issue where I have to keep doing the height map more than once. Sounds pretty good. I'm going to go to the trouble to do another playthrough. Let me test. Let me add a few other things like lighting and such to test. Lighting. The exit spot. Let's move that over by the exit. Maybe 30, 40, lower. Well, that's kind of moody. That's even better. Not as good. Better. Pretty good. Is the intensity going to be too much? Just like that. That seems pretty good right there. Don't. Oh, that's the shadow coming down. Okay. It's shining out here, which I like. Alright, let's do the rest of the lights. Let's get it going. Just soften up the darkness up over here. And this one I think I'll just delete. I'll make this passage here blue. Whoa. But remind me to make this not so friggin' bright. And I think soft shadows so that it doesn't come out. And I'll set my snap on the 0.5 so I can get it in between. Because if it's right in the wall, it's not going to be as effective. Alright, so that's a little better. Looks pretty dark over here, so I'll just put one at each corner. The rest I'll leave. Maybe throw this guy over here. There we go. What was that one? I could throw some pillar lamps out here on top of these. Would that be weird? Well, they're not pillars. Do I want them to be pillars? Yeah, let's make them pillars. Well, let's throw some pillar lamps on them, see what that looks like. I think a couple of those will go a long ways. And now I've made everything blue, which is not necessarily a good thing. I'll take a look at it in a sec. When we get up here, I'll be able to see higher. I think I might bring back these exterior wall things. that should cover that. And then for the ascension over here, just raise this up a little bit higher. It's pretty well lit in there. I don't think I need to do much more with it. Alright. So then, let me apply my decorations. These guys will make non-raycast, which takes them out of the level area. Also, I can throw them in background just to keep it a little neater. Background. So if that's going to be all blue, these other lights in here, should they be blue also? It doesn't seem as cool anymore. Let me go back, fix this lighting up a bit. Let's get all the blue lights. Four of those, I think that one too, maybe not, okay. I guess make it purple. And there's one more blue light up here. That one, that one, that one looks like a blue one. Purple. A little variation there's not bad. There we go. Maybe a little more. There we go. Alright, purple, 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 blue, red. The white ones probably are not doing as much work now, or not as noticeable. What happens if I turn it off? It's too dark. Okay, leave it. Alright, then let's do decorations, which will remove pillar, hide those. I'll be right back. Oh yeah. Okay, hid the pillars. Let's hide the eggs. Okay. let's set the operation zone. The decorations. I wonder if I need that. Do I need that? Yeah, never mind. Okay, get that guy. All right. Doesn't quite look correct. It's going up to this level for some reason. I think the height map isn't there yet. On the other hand, this isn't bad. You'll get to see these lights as you float up. Looks like mostly correct. Maybe all the way correct. Okay, that looks like it's in good shape. Now I'm getting down to release candidates. The next session could be the one that proves it's ready. That looks pretty good. Okay, then let's do the thumbnail cam. Get a nice one where it's at a non-standard angle. Except those guys will thwart that with their crazy bloom. Alright, let me find one a little more conventional. That's not bad. And let's try it. Where is the M on top of the egg? Let's fix that. Yeah, you come back on. Okay. Oh, that's right. Gotta go. Oops. Suppose. Okay, if that hadn't worked, I could have knocked it south and west and gone over here. Because if the O's were all loaded up over there, I couldn't have done that path that I did. Okay. Oh, what's the one here to get? Oh, where I'm at. Okay. Let's see if I can get the bonus. What is that? Oh, because of stupid ramping behavior. There we go. Okay, lighting seems all right. Looking at the background, seems okay too. I guess that's Z fighting. I mean, not Z fighting, but it's one game object intersecting with another. Doesn't look bad. It's a little confusing. I gotta admit, it's a little confusing. So, right here, I think. Don't like that one step after opening, but that's not the level design, that's a bug. Oh, that looks good. I think this is done. Okay, let's check out the Ascension. Cool. That's it. Put that in the dump pile. Call that end of the session. Alright, stopping the stream. Stopping the stream. Stopping the stream. Thanks for everyone who joined. Anyone who might be lurking, you are welcome to lurk. I'm glad to have you lurking. Catch you later.